It was a warm Saturday afternoon when 23-year-old Liza Carey found herself strolling down a quiet street, looking for something she couldn't quite name. Though officially, she told herself she was just there to buy a new bra. Between a flower shop and a small bakery sat a cozy little lingerie store she had never noticed before. The moment she stepped inside, a tiny brass bell above the door chimed. Soft golden lighting glowed across shelves lined with lace bras, silky lingerie, and satin knickers in delicate pastels. The air carried a faint scent of lavender and fresh fabric, warm and inviting. Behind the counter stood Kevin, the shopkeeper, tall with neatly styled hair and a friendly yet confident smile. He specialized in women's lingerie, and he had a way of speaking that instantly put customers at ease. "Good afternoon," he greeted warmly, his voice deep but gentle. "Looking for something in particular?" Liza tucked a strand of hair behind her ear. "A bra. Something comfortable, but still pretty." Kevin studied her for a moment, not in a way that made her uncomfortable, but as though he was already considering exactly what would suit her. He led her to a section of lace and satin bras, asking about her usual size, preferred colors, and whether she liked a softer or more supportive style. Their conversation flowed easily, punctuated with light laughter. Liza picked out a few options and went into the fitting room. The space was small but cozy, with a tall mirror and a padded stool in the corner. She slipped on the first bra, but the back clasp proved stubborn. She struggled for a moment before sighing and pulling the curtain back slightly. Kevin, I think I need a little help," she said, her cheeks faintly flushed. Kevin stepped closer, stopping at the edge of the curtain. "May I?" he asked softly. When she nodded, he stepped inside, careful to keep his movements respectful but deliberate. His fingers brushed against her bare back as he guided the straps into place, the faint warmth of his hands sending an unexpected shiver through her. In the mirror, their eyes met. His gaze steady, hers curious and slightly breathless. "There," he murmured, his voice lower now. "Perfect fit." Liza turned slightly toward him, the air between them charged in a way neither could ignore. The closeness, the scent of lavender and her perfume mingling, the quiet space. It all felt like a pause in the world where they were the only two people. When she stepped out of the fitting room, Kevin's smile lingered just a fraction longer than necessary. "You should know," she teased. "You're far too good at your job." He chuckled. "I like to think I give my customers personal attention." Before she left, Kevin surprised himself by asking, "Would you like to grab a coffee sometime?" That same afternoon, they found themselves sitting in a quiet cafe nearby, sipping cappuccinos and leaning just a little too close across the table. They discovered shared tastes in music, books, and even the way they both preferred rainy afternoons over sunny ones. Over the next few weeks, coffee turned into lunches, lunches into slow evening walks, and each meeting carried a thread of something deeper, an unspoken tension that neither fully acted on yet both felt. On one visit back to the shop, Liza found herself once again in the fitting room, trying on a deep red lace bra. Kevin knocked softly before stepping in to assist with a tricky strap. This time, when his hands settled against her back, she didn't move away. Instead, she let the silence stretch, her breath catching as his fingertips lingered a moment longer than they needed to. Their eyes locked in the mirror, and for a heartbeat, the air between them seemed to pulse with unspoken promise. It was in these quiet, stolen moments, between clasped straps and shared coffees, that their romance took root, growing slowly, intimately, until it was impossible to imagine they had once been strangers brought together by nothing more than a stubborn bra clasp.